I really hate JP. No, wait. Let me rephrase it. I despise JP. He isn't fun to play against. He's not really all that fun to play as. I just really don't like him. He also makes sure to insult you at the beginning of the match just to make sure you're tilted going into it. It's great. It's fantastic. The problem is JP will always have control over the pace of the match. The only other character that will fight for this control is another JP. And if you think I'm wrong, I dare you to go and find one, fight them, and tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait. How'd that go for you? He has stupid range. He has stupid damage. He can summon a stupid clone. He can summon stupid spikes. He can spawn stupid spike portals. He can teleport. He can command grab you from across the screen. Oh, he's fantastic. Like, how is this fun? How is doing this fun? How is just throwing random crap at somebody fun? Well, it's not. And it's definitely not fun to deal with. And, well, is it fun to play though? So because of my unyielding hatred of JP, I decided to do what any sane person would do. I took him into ranked. I wanted to prove a point. I wanted to show that you can get completely carried by JP, especially if you're kind of a crap player like I am. And honestly, the scariest part of this whole endeavor, I really didn't try that hard. I just want you to keep this in mind. I really didn't try that hard. Now, I did take a little bit of time to learn him. I took him to the lab, practiced a couple combos, and quickly got bored. Then I decided I'm just going to go get him to master rank against the V-Rival and kind of learn him before I go into my placement matches so I don't embarrass myself. And yeah, so this is how all of that went. So for the learning portion, I kind of just watched a couple videos on how to play JP. They have them in the game, so I didn't really have to search online for them. I probably should have though. But I'm serious, I really did get bored watching these videos. I think I made it through 4 of them. So I ended up just pressing buttons to see what would happen. Very scientific, I know. Then I went straight to the V-Rival ranked mode to try and get him to master. I did this mostly because I was really impatient and I didn't want to have to take the time to actually learn him like you should. But that defeats kind of the whole purpose of the video. I want to show that minimal effort, maximum output. I honestly had no idea not taking the time to learn him was going to bite me in the butt later, but hindsight's always 20/20, right? The goal against the V-Rival was simple. Get good enough where I'm confident that I can escape bronze in the ranks. So this meant I had to hit master. Don't ask how that math adds up. Just trust me, all right? So from rookie through silver, the game plan was all pretty much the same. Just keep throwing spikes at everything. Yeah, it was easy. Honestly, this game plan kind of consisted of accept that you're a dirtbag for playing JP and just spike everything. It worked. Once I had this basic gameplay down, these ranks were a joke. They were just a straight joke. I'm honest, I barely even had to think. Gold is where it got a little bit more difficult, especially since I was fighting a Marisa V-Rival and I got perfected. Never a good feeling. And then I remembered, duh, I'm JP. I can just do stupid crap. In other words, I just went back to the same old nonsense, throw a spike, command grab, do whatever the crap I want, and just, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing this same test with Geef, this was a little bit harder to get to, which says a lot for JP, in my opinion. Platinum matchups were a little bit more difficult. I had some grapplers I had to deal with, Chun-Li, which is a matchup I'm just bad at, and an E-Honda V-Rival that decided its entire personality was the butt slam. It spammed butt slam, but I managed to beat it eventually. I'm not gonna talk about how many tries that took. I am not gonna talk about it. I just pushed through. We're good. We're moving on. Diamond is where I actually had to slow down a little bit and think. Not a lot. And the funniest part, anytime I try to play with any kind of honor, I know it's a V-Rival, stay with me. I got punished. Straight punished for it. At the tail end of this entire journey, all the way up to Master, I had to face off against a mirror match, V-Rival. I gotta keep driving that point home. This is the V-Rival, this isn't real, this is the bot. And this mirror match against the bot taught me two things. Or mostly, I guess, reminded me of these two things. I still hate JP. And I still really hate going against him. Eventually, I did make it to V-Rival Master, which means this part of the whole challenge completely done. And honestly, it taught me a lot. Taught me a lot. Like how JP can just bulldoze his way through the majority of the roster without too much difficulty. He doesn't need to take any risks. He just pins you down in the corner and makes you regret your life decisions. At this point, I decided it's probably a good time to go hit the lab before going and doing some actual ranked matches. So I practiced a little bit of setup, push him up against the wall, go ahead and get the spikes set up, hit him with a spike on the ground, go ahead and throw out my mini-me. Yeah, basically conditioning him so that way I can just hit him with my command grab really easily. Which I'm pretty sure I only hit like 30% of the time, but we'll get to that. And then I went back to the V-Rival, I put him on Master Mode and started practicing these combos. And then I noticed something. And I learned something. You see, the V-Rival was reacting to things faster than a human. He was able to jump things that shouldn't have been able to have been jumped. He was not really reacting to inputs, rather than reading inputs before they went fully through. And that's when it hit me. It cheats. The fucking V-Rival cheats. Yeah, whatever. So after a couple more rounds against the cheater bot, I went ahead and said, it's time to do the real thing. It's time for the real test. It's time for my placement matches. All right, moment of truth. Placement matches. If I place high, my point gets proven. If I place too low, then we have to climb for a little bit. And I mean a little bit, as in only a couple of days. I was way more nervous than I expected. So much so that I was shaking, and it was infuriating me. Like I was actually getting more mad at the fact that I was shaking than being actually nervous, which I don't even know if I actually was nervous. I don't get nervous in fighting games. I don't get nervous in ranked mode. You can put me in a game that I've never played before, throw me in ranked mode, and I won't care. But, I mean, I made it through it, I guess. And looking back on it now, I don't even think I was nervous. I think it was something else. First match was against a Jamie. I'm not the biggest fan of Jamie, mostly due to his Beyblade spin to win nonsense, and the fact that just about every single person I've ever seen play him does the same thing. Spin to win, Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Well, needless to say, I lost the first round, and then I remembered something that I learned fighting against the V-Rival. I'm JP and I do what I want. And do what I want, I did because I won the next two matches. I'm sorry I had to say it like that, but yeah, JP just does what he wants. It's his world and everybody's just living in it. Next was a silver GIF. He honestly started just throwing me non-stop, which to me means that I must have irritated him and upset him. And bro, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm hurting my own feelings by playing JP right now, so I get it. I just accepted that he was just going to keep doing this, and I won. Yay! Next match was against Rashid. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I am not familiar against this matchup. I don't run into a lot of Rashids, and I don't have the DLC, so I can't really practice against him. I did, however, start to figure him out towards the end of the match, but yeah, he one and done me. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It kind of saved me a bit of time because you have to do 10 matches, so whatever. The next match was against somebody on McDonald's Wi-Fi. I don't think I was kidding. I think he actually was on McDonald's Wi-Fi. All right, final match to figure out where I'm going to be. It's against an Akuma. Great. Love it. I lost the first round, and my placement was, guessed it, silver. That's just high silver. It's silver 5. Don't worry, though. I got the Akuma back. Overall, looking back at it, I really didn't feel like I was necessarily struggling, or at least JP wasn't struggling. I was getting in my own way because I'm so used to being honorable, and I hate spamming. Once I started spamming and just getting over it, it started working, and I hate it. Oh yeah, and also it turns out I wasn't actually nervous. I ended up getting a little sick. Either way, because I placed a little lower than I like, it was time to grind. I gave myself a few days to grind rank. Not really to master JP, but to kind of show that you don't really need to learn his character all that much to go a little further. I got stuck in silver 5 for, I don't know, a day, and then I ended up hitting gold 1, and then gold 2. And I guarantee you, I could probably hit gold 3, and so on. But I'm at kind of where I wanted to be, and it really wasn't all that hard. It was a little bit annoying though. Bad connections, my controller doing miss inputs. Seriously, do not use the D-pad on the Switch 2 Pro controller. Do not use the D-pad on the Switch 2 Pro controller. Just use the joystick. Trust me on this one. And I also ran into players that did nothing but spam Fireball. It was annoying. It was so annoying. Honestly, I'll probably play JP for a little bit longer. Not so much to get him to master, but just to kind of get a better feel of his kit and figure out where I can exploit it when I'm on, the other side, when I'm fighting against him. But honestly, at this point, I'm kind of at where I wanted to be. We hit gold rank. That's fine. That's where I wanted it to be. So in the end, here's where I landed. I never felt like I wasn't in control of the fight. In fact, quite the opposite. I always felt like I had full control of the fight, no matter what. As long as I stayed calm and I played like the dirtbag I am, I had no issues. And it felt like I could do a pretty clean sweep against, well, the majority of the roster. You see, when a silver level player like myself can spend very little time in the lab and practicing combos with a character and feel in control at all times, that's a bit of a problem in my opinion. It means to me that my views have not changed. JP is still busted, and I don't think Capcom's ever really gonna change him because, again, there are ways around his kit, but they are so hard to do. You have to either know what he's going to throw out next or just drive rush and hope you can get him locked down quickly. And this is a quick tip for those of you guys that are trying to play JP. Get really good at quarter circles. And for those of you guys that are trying to beat JP, do not let him get space. Rush him down, go into burnout. Do not let him have space. And also, every time he throws something out, there is going to be a delay. He can't do any inputs for a bit. It feels like a solid 1.5 seconds. Punish him, rush him down. So, there you have it. That was my entire time with JP. And no, before you ask, I don't want to see how far I can take him. But tell me, what do you guys think? Do you think JP's busted, like I do? Or am I just whining a little too much? Also, are there any other characters you would like to see me take into ranked? Characters that I never played, or maybe characters that you struggle with or that you hate? Let me know in the comments below. Also, go ahead and hit that like button if you like the video and subscribe. Guys, we are so close to 500 subs right now. It is, oh my God. And I really appreciate the comments you guys leave down there. Seriously, thank you. Thank every one of you. I'll see you in the next one.